shake at his presence. And the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. That's why Mashiach Shai told us this. Go to St. John, the 14th chapter, verse 1. Prophesied concerning St. John 14:1. That ain't what I want. Matthew 24:1. Matthew 24:1. And Mashiach went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple, right? So they showing him the buildings of the temple. They building temples, right? From the ground up, they building temples. And Mashiach said unto them, see ye not all these things? You see all this? All this building that they building? Verily, truly I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. What are we reading about? When he told us in Ezekiel 38:19, when my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. That's what we reading about. So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things, all the way down to the insects that creep upon the earth, and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. You're bringing it down, y'all. Destruction. He said, I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, said the Most High Power. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. Racial wars. Wars. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood. And I will rain upon him and upon his bands, that's armies, and upon the many people that are with him, and overflowing rain and great hailstone, fire and brimstone. Can you imagine fire and brimstones coming down from the sky of hailstones? That's what I magnify myself. Hear what he say? He's going to magnify himself and sanctify myself. And I will be known in the eyes of many nations. Just like he was known in the eyes of many nations. When he did what he did in the land of Egypt. Shall be known in the eyes of many nations. And they shall know that I am the Most High. Everybody gonna know that he is the Most High. It's all about him. You gonna get him a name. Go to Zephaniah, the 1st chapter. And start at verse 14. Zephaniah 14 verse chapter. Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Most High is near. It is near and hastens greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Most High, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Say the mighty man gonna be crying there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. This destruction coming, tearing everything up. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men. They ain't gonna be able to see. So they're gonna bring distress upon men. They're gonna walk like blind men, trying to find their way. In other words, because they have sinned against the Most High. And their blood shall be poured out as dust. Hear that? Their blood gonna be poured out as dust. and their flesh as the dung, as crap that go down the toilet. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Most High's wrath. Hear that? No matter how much money you have, you're not going to be saved by money. He said, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Most High's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. The Most High is a consuming fire, but the whole land will be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. Remember, he don't bring the water anymore. He gonna burn this place up. A lot of places he gonna burn up with the fire of his jealousy, as it is written. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Hear that? He gonna see. He gonna make a speedy riddance of all them that live in the land. Poof, out of here. Done. Finished. Zephaniah 3:8. That's why he said, therefore wait ye upon me. Most High said the Most High, until the day that I rise up to the prey. But my determination is to what? To gather the nations. He gonna gather the nations. Determination to gather the nations. All these Gentile nations. That I may assemble the kingdoms. Gonna assemble all the kingdoms together. To pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. That's what he's saying. Fire of his jealousy. Like, you know, he's jealous, he's bringing forth the fire to consume people. Burn them up. Go to the book of Zechariah, 1st chapter. We're going to start at verse 12. Zechariah 1 and 12. Then the angel of the Most High answered and said, O power of hosts, how long wilt thou not have mercy on Jerusalem and on the cities of Judah, against which thou hast had indignation these 70 years? 70 years is 70 years under the Babylonians, Ethiopians in captivity under them. And the Most High answered the angel that talked with me with good words and comfortable words. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, angels always, and spirits always commune with us. Cry thou, saying, thus say the Most High power of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. Hear that? He said he's jealous for us and for the land. The 12 tribes of Israel is the us. He said, and I am very so displeased with the heathen that are at ease. He said, I'm displeased with these heathen that are at ease. Well, I was but a little displeased. I was just but a little displeased. And they helped forward the affliction. You know, took away our culture, put their name on our back. We don't have our names, we don't have our language. Robbed us of all our monies. However you want to think. You know, we were very, very intelligent people coming here. You know, that's why you look over there, look overseas. You don't see, I mean, you got to look at places where we are. We the builders. You look at Africa in another light. We over there. Beautiful cities and so forth where we at. Dispersed, the scattered of the Israelites. You see, I am very sort of displeased with the heathen that are at ease. You think nothing's going to happen to them. But oh, the Most High have something for you. That's why they're concerned about all these chariots they seeing in the sky right now. It's coming out. For I was but a little displeased. So he was just a little displeased. And they helped forward the affliction. He didn't tell you to beat us to a pulp. To work us until we just fell dead. The things that they done. Overboard until this day. Therefore, thus say the Most High, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. Hear that? He returned to the children of Israel with mercies. Mercy is not getting something you do deserve. So he say he's going to do it over and over again. Not give us what we deserve in punishment. Mercies. My house shall be built in it, said the Most High of hosts. Most High that hosts his armies. that hosts his angels, and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Cry yet saying, thus said the Most High Power of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Most High shall yet comfort Zion. He's going to comfort us. And shall yet choose Jerusalem, and yet choose Israelites. Look, when we say comfort, look, Isaiah 40 and 1. Isaiah the 40th chapter, the first verse. He's going to comfort us. We'll say, comfort ye my people, said the Most High. Who's the Most High's people? He said, my people, Exodus 3 and 10. Exodus 3 and 10. Exodus 3 and 10. Come now, he said, my people. Who is his people? Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. See, my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. So the Most High people are the children of Israel. So what is he saying? Isaiah 40 and 1. Comfort ye my people, said your power. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem. See, my people, Jerusalem, going right together. The 12 tribes of Israel. And cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished. See, the warfare that we have against the Most High is accomplished. For she shall have received of the Most High's hand double for all her sins. That's what he gave us, double for all our sins. That's why when you see the Most High saying what he's saying to us, we have to understand and understand what this word is saying pertaining to us. Hallelujah. It says, Zechariah 1:17 again, cry yet saying. You can't cry if you don't have humility and a broken and contrite spirit. You say, cry yet saying, thus said the Most High. Thus said the Most High of hosts, of armies. My cities, through prosperity, shall yet be spread abroad. And the Most High shall yet comfort Zion. He's going to comfort Zion. And shall yet choose Jerusalem. He's going to choose Israel. Always. If you look at Zion, who's Zion? Let's find out. Go to the book of Isaiah. (51 and 16). Isaiah 51 and 16. Isaiah 51 and 16. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. See? Say unto Zion, thou art my people. So that's Zion right there. So we're going to go to Zechariah 8, the 8th chapter. And we're going to read verse 1 through 8. Again, the word of the Most High of hosts came to me, saying, thus said the Most High Power of hosts, over again, armies and navies, and Marines, Air Force, all of the things that you can look here. Most High got an army of angels. Thus said the Most High, power of hosts, power of armies, power of angels. I am jealous for Zion with great jealousy. You say he's jealous for the children of Israel, which just defines Zion. So he's jealous for us, the children of Israel. Thus said the Most High, power of hosts, verse 2. I am jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus said the Most High power, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, a city of those people, the Israelites, that will be keeping the truth, which is the keeping of the commandments of the Most High. And the mountain of the Most High, power of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus said the Most High, power of hosts, again. There shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age, got a staff in their hands, for very age. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. You have little boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. Thus said the Most High, power of hosts, power of armies, power of angels. If it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people, the 1/3 in these days, 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel in these days, should it also be marvelous in mine eyes? So it's marvelous in your eyes, should it be also marvelous in the Most High's eyes? Said the Most High, power of hosts. Thus said the Most High, power of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people. And I will be their power in truth and in righteousness. In truth, in keeping the laws and the commandments of the Most High, which is his righteousness. If you don't want to do that, this all apply to you. Understand this, overstand this. Look at 1 Corinthians 10th chapter. Verse 20 and 21, 22. It says, but I say the things which the Gentiles sacrifice or worship, they sacrifice or worship to devils. That's what he's telling you. Because all the gods of the nations are idols. Devils, and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. You cannot drink the cup of the Most High and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Most High's table and the table of devils. You're going to choose either one. You ain't rolling with the Most High and rolling with devils. That's what he's telling you. Do we provoke the Most High to jealousy? That fire come with that jealousy. You know that. He's a consuming fire. Do we provoke the Most High to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? You hear what he said? Are you stronger than him? You gonna provoke the Most High to jealousy? And people think that, they can really deal with however they want to deal with some of us that's here in this earth, and not realize that they're really dealing with the Most High, because He hearing. Remember, He hear everything. He see everything. Well, I start off with Colossians 3:17, going to the throne of the Most High. He can see everything. Every day, every way, all day. That's why it says, do we provoke the Most High to jealousy from all you hear? You gonna provoke him still to jealousy? You want that fire of the Most High? You really ready for that? Are we stronger than he? You stronger than the Most High? I don't think so. Look at go to the book of Hebrews. Let's see what we're talking about. Get a little understanding here. Hebrews 10 and 31. First and foremost, Hebrews 10:31. They say, it is a fearful thing. You might be thinking that you all macho, this, that, and the third, man or woman, or children, whoever. It says a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, the Most High. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Understand and overstand this, y'all. Hebrews 12:29. Our power, Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is a consuming fire. It's a consuming fire. You look at the things that's going on now, the Most High got his hand in it. But when you start bringing that fire, everybody's looking at this over here, you ain't looked at him? Oh, it's gonna be a broad awakening. Believe this. He's gonna get him a name. It's gonna last forever and ever and ever. Believe this. Deuteronomy 4:24. Deuteronomy 4:24. Looking at jealousy. For the Most High, thy power is a consuming fire. Even a jealous power. See that fire go with the jealous. Fire and jealous. He's a consuming fire. Even a jealous power. He's jealous, y'all. But that fire, you gonna have to deal with that fire. Look, I don't know. Everybody want to create their own power and want to eliminate the fact of the Most High power of this Bible. Let's see what he says in Ezekiel 22:20. As they gather silver and brass, remember he's that fiery, jealous power. As they gather silver and brass, and iron, and lead and tin, into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. You hear what he said? So I'm going to leave you there and melt you. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. Keep thinking you can do whatever you want to do. And don't fear the Most High. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath. You know when you blow on that fire, it get hot. Hotter and hotter and hotter. And ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you, and his jealousy, and his fire upon you. That's why I'm here to warn you. This is as serious as can be. Don't fall for the okie-doke, because it's all out there. Look at Ecclesiasticus 5:2. Ecclesiasticus 5:2 in the Apocrypha. It says, follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. See that? Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, walk in the ways of the way you want to think. He's saying, because Jeremiah 17:9. You want to follow the way you think, your heart. It's just the world tells you, follow your heart, right? Jeremiah 17:9. The heart, which is the mind, is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? The Most High know it. But he said the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Desperately wicked. Your mind. What do you think if it's not according to thus says this Bible? Through the power of the Most High. You think how you want to think, but you better be correlating with the Most High. That's why I say Ecclesiastes 3:24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion. The way you think. Worthless opinion. And an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. An evil suspicion overthrown their judgment. Proverbs 3 and 1. So what it's saying? It's saying many are deceived by their own thinking, the way they think. The way you think. And Satan comes in and make you make the wrong decision from the way you think. Because the way you think is, most I saying, is vanity. Has no merit. Good for nothing. Airhead. Proverbs 3 and 1. My son, forget not my law. He said, don't forget the law. But let thine heart, which is your mind, keep my commandments. Do that. Let your mind do that. Keep the commandments of the Most High. For live for days, live a long time. And long life and peace. Have peace in your life. Keep the commandments. The Most High bring peace in you. I say, when you please the Most High, you make even your enemies be at peace with you. A lot of you have peace because you're not pleasing the Most High. It say, for live for days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. See what it says? Verse 5, it says, trust in the Most High with all thine heart. Trust in the Most High with all your mind. Meditate on the Most High with all your mind. And lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, as I've been saying all day long. Acknowledge, that's why I read the whole chapter. Talking about the Most High. Give him all the praise. Trust in the Most High with all thine heart, with all your mind, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. You can't praise him enough. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. He's going to tell you which way to go. He's going to let you know. Some people making mistakes. They don't even realize it because they're not trusting in the Most High. Most High bring the blessings to them. They turn them away. And you got to wait until he come back to show his mercy again. Isaiah 52. Verse 1. Isaiah 52 and 1. Awake, awake. Say, wake up. Put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Zion, O children of Israel. O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Ain't no more uncircumcised. So therefore it's only going to be the circumcised. Cool. There ain't no more unclean people coming into amongst us. They ain't coming in the kingdom. What's our strength? Put on our beautiful garments. And when you put on your beautiful garments, these garments represent something. See what it is. Go to Revelations 19 and verse 8. It says, and to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen, this strength is the righteousness of saints. And we know the righteousness is the keeping of the laws of the Most High, and the saints are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's Deuteronomy 6 and 25 and Psalms 148:14. But you see, you're going to be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of saints. So I put on our strength, put on the commandments. The Most High say He's gonna help us. He's gonna be there for us. He's gonna be our protection. Put on these commandments, learn these commandments, learn them, live and apply them in your life. He's gonna be our protection. Revelation 21 and verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Man, that's going to be a beautiful sight. We saw New Jerusalem coming down from heaven, Remember, myself said he's going to prepare a place, and we read where it's already prepared. The city is prepared, it said. Remember? Yes. Revelation 3 and 12. Revelation 3 and 12. He said he's going to make our estates better than the estates that we had before. Much better. Revelation 3 and 4. 3 and 12. Him that overcometh, got to overcome the wiles of the devil, y'all. This wickedness of this world. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go in and out. He shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. So he gonna write upon him, if we blessed to be there, his new name. He that let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches, to the 12 tribes of Israel. Look at Hebrews 12 and 22. Hebrews 12 and 22. But ye are come unto Mount Zion, and unto the city of the living power, the heavenly Jerusalem, that's what we're reading about, and to an innumerable company of angels, an innumerable company of angels, to the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to the power, the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect. Hear that? Spirits of just men made perfect. The Most High said he would labor to make us perfect. And to Mashiach Yahushua, the mediator of the New Testament, and to the blood of sprinkling that speaketh better things than that of Abel. See that ye refuse not him that speaketh. See that you refuse not him that speaketh. For if they escaped not who refused him that spake on earth, right here on this earth, much more shall not we escape if we turn away from him that speaketh from heaven. Because they bring the word of the Most High. You turn away from those that are on earth speaking the word of the Most High. So what you think the Most High gonna do that's speaking from heaven? Whose voice then shook the earth. Hear that? Whose voice, because thunder is his voice. Whose voice then shook the earth. But now he hath promised, saying, yet once more I shake not the earth only, but also heaven. Say, I'm going to shake the earth. Everything going to be shaken. Everything going to be shaken. I'm going to shake everything. The earth and the heavens. In the sky. And this word, yet once more, signifies the removing of those things that are shaken, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain. Those things that cannot be shaken, like the stars and so forth, they can't be shaken. If they do, they're going to stay in their position. They're going to always hold their position as the Most High put them in the beginning. Wherefore, we receiving the kingdom which cannot be moved. Hear that? We receiving the kingdom which cannot be moved, y'all. Let us have grace, Kitty said, we don't deserve, whereby we may serve the Most High acceptably, with reverence and righteous fear, fearing the Most High. For our power is a consuming fire, or else he gonna burn you up, he gonna melt you. You got a choice, choose life or death. You don't want to do it, he said, I'm gonna melt you. Revelation 19 and 11. Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, pure righteous power, and he that sat upon it was called Faithful and True, or Mashiach Yahushua, as an angel. See, he coming back as a man. He told you that in Isaiah 47 and 3. He gonna meet you as a man, as an angel, as a spirit, called Faithful and True. And in righteousness, he does judge and make war. According to the laws of the Most High, he gonna judge and make war. So the righteousness, we read that in Deuteronomy 6:25, is the keeping of the commandments of the Most High. So he coming back. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. Murder. Thou shalt not covet. He coming back with them laws. And all those that did, he gonna melt you. He said he gonna melt you. Listen, he coming to judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, because he's angry. And on his head were many crowns, powers and authorities been given him. And he hath a name written that no man knew but he himself. That's why I say you're going to teach those that make it, the 1/3, that make it through the wiles of the devil, endure unto the end. You're going to teach them, like you say, you're going to teach them that his new name. Tell them his new name. Because he got a name that no man knoweth but he himself. See what it says? That no man knew but he himself. That's that name that he's going to have. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. He's coming to make war. And his name is called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen. So the angels that followed him will be clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So they're not butt-naked angels. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. All these kingdoms that's in power right now, he gonna smite, he gonna kill the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. That rod of iron is the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. And he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of almighty power. And he have on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And I saw an angel standing in the sun. And he cried with a loud voice, saying, to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, all the fowls, all the birds, the buzzards and so forth that fly in the midst of heaven, come! Go tell the birds, come, and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power, that you may eat the flesh of kings. You hear this? That you may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bound, both those men that are free and those that are in captivity, both small and great. Verse 21, and the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, Mashiach Yahushua, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Oh yeah, it's coming, y'all. Look at 2nd Ezra 12. 2nd Ezra, the 12th chapter. Look at I think I'm gonna go 2nd Ezra 11th chapter first, verse 38. 2nd Ezra 11 and 38. Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, art not thou it that remaineth of the 4 beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? Talking about the Edomites. Esau is the end of the world, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And the 4th came, and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, America, and over the whole compass of the earth, with much wicked oppression. Hear that? Much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit, lies. That's why I tell you in Revelation 12 and 9. Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, the Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Remember Satan told Mashiach Yahushua in Matthew the 4th chapter, and Luke the 4th chapter, he showed him all the kingdoms of the world and said, all could be thine if you do what? Bow down and worship me. So they're right here with the devil, the Satan, the dragon, the serpent, the beast, all of them. What color are they? Verse 3 of Revelation, the 12th chapter. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, right here on this earth, and behold, a great red dragon. So the dragon is red, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. So the 7 leading empire of the Edomite nations was Greeks, the Romans, the Spanish, the French, the Germans, the Russians, the British. Then America, the 8th one. So you see, they just see the whole world. So when you look at this and really understand how Esau came out red, Genesis 25:25, and the first came out red all over, and they call his name Esau. So the Most High is clear in what he's doing. It's just a matter of you pick it up on what he's saying. 2 Ezra 11:41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth. For the earth they have not judged with truth. They have not dealt with truth, which is keeping of the laws of the Most High. Psalms 119:142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. They have not judged concerning keeping of the Most High's truth. That's why the Most High got a problem with this place. Come on, God bless America. I don't think so. Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of the Most High, you children of Israel, for the Most High has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Why? Because there is no truth. You hear that? There is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. I still. What he telling them? 2 Ezra 11:41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth. You have not judged this earth according to, thus say the Most High's moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. You took the Most High, you took Mashiach Yahushua out of the schools, so who you leave there? They left the devil there. That's who you left there. Straight up. Verse 42 of 2 Ezra 11 chapter. For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. We'll help you. We come for peace. They for war. You killed them. Everybody that was peaceful came to try and do something to help. You killed them. Therefore is thy wrongful dealings come up unto the highest, and thy pride, which is contrary to being humble, unto the mighty. The highest have looked upon the high proud times, and behold, they are ended, finished, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more, thou eagle. Isn't that a sign of America? The eagle, the bald eagle? Nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence. Hear that? The earth will be delivered from their violence, and that they may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. That's right. Second Ezra 12:31. And the lion